Welcome. So today is Friday. Today is Friday, and I am going to be heading to a comedy show tonight. And I want to talk about the importance of living your life. Laura's here. Hello. I want to talk about the importance of actually living your life, not only to reduce impulsivity with food, but to improve your mental health, to get your needs met. Like, there are so many incredible benefits of actually going out and living your life. And for a really long time, I've always loved structure. I've always loved routine, right? Got to be in bed by a certain time, got to wake up at a certain time. And I'm still that way today because I really do like my routines. I'm a grandma, so not actually, but I love going to bed early. I love getting up super early, but in the past, it would always be like, oh no, I can't go out with the friends because I got to go to bed. Or no, I'm not going to go out because then that's going to ruin my morning routine. And I didn't fully allow myself to actually live my life. And in the past, when I was experiencing binge eating, it, your relationship with food does not get better by you staying at home. Okay, like let me just say it as it is. Like, you need to actually live your life. When you go out, for example, tonight we're going to a social event. We're going to oh, Sarah's here. We're going to comedy night. So not only am I going to laugh my freaking booty off, but there's going to be social connection. I'm going to have a little date night with my husband. So I'm working on my mental health. I'm getting my needs met. And you need this. You're not going to feel better by staying at home and being like this robot of like, gotta be in bed by a certain time and no, can't do this. And don't get me wrong, I'm a homebody. I am 100% a homebody. Okay. I would honestly, most of the time, I'd rather be at home. But I've learned to turn up the dial on fun and joy. If you want to stop binge eating, turn up the dial on the fun in your life. What brings you joy? What brings you pleasure? Are you actually living your life? Or are you being so regimented and so strict and you're trying to be so perfect with everything? And no, I can't do this and I can't do that. And again, don't get confused. Like, I have a bedtime, okay? Now, tonight, will I fit in that bedtime? Probably not. I'm probably going to go to bed a little bit later. But I don't say, oh no, I can't go live my life because I'm going to be going to bed 30 minutes later, or an hour later. You don't have to be so perfect 100% with your routines every single night. What you actually need is probably more fun and joy in your life. I used to not even want to get if you guys have questions for me, please drop it in the chat and then I'll come back. If you have any questions for me, you can drop it in the chat. But for me, I love getting massages. But in the past, it was like, you can't get a massage. Like, you need to work, or you need to do this, or you can't take time off. Like, you can't rest. But then there was not really any joy. And now I prioritize my happiness, my joy. I prioritize fun more than ever before. And I haven't binged in over 4 years. I have an effortless relationship with food. I'm confident, I'm happy, I'm healthy because I choose to live my life. I choose to live my life. And this is something that I really talk with in with my clients. Like, I get so excited when they're like, yeah, I'm going on this girls trip, or I'm doing something, or I spent the weekend with my mom and we went out for lunch and we're just living our lives. Like, even tomorrow I'm doing a date night with my husband. I have a video shoot I'm doing some videos to promote my Unstoppable Badass event that's coming up in March, which I'm so excited about. But then after, my husband and I were going to go for lunch together, and we're actually going to go to this bookshop. We're going to get a book. We're going to each get a book, and I'm really excited about that. But are you actually living your life? I want you to ask yourself this question and drop it in the chat, yes or no. Are you 100% living your life? Do you experience joy every single day? Drop it in the chat box, yes or no. Are you 100% experiencing so much joy every single day? This will change everything for you. And you don't have to do anything crazy. You guys, you can go on a walk. You can go on a walk and you can either force yourself, okay, you have to listen to this podcast, or you have to go for 20 minutes. It's like force, push, hustle. Or you can go for a walk and say, I'm going to go with a friend, or I'm going to listen to a really good a playlist, and I'm going to have fun. You can go for a 20-minute walk and you can have a completely different experience. So go add more fun into your life. It will change everything for you. Yes, go after your goals, go after your, be that go-getter, because I'm that person as well too. I love structure, I love routines, I love getting up early, I love taking care of myself. But also a huge aspect of taking care of yourself is going and allowing yourself to do the date night and to stay up maybe a little bit later. There's ebbs and flows. So for New Year's Eve, I was like, my husband and I, we went out for dinner and I was in bed by 10 o'clock. I was in bed by 10 o'clock. I'm like, nope, I don't want to stay up late. Then last week, my husband and I did a date night. We went bowling and we went out for pizza. And then we came home, we made ourselves a cup of tea. We watched comedy. And I normally don't stay up this late. It was like way past 11 o'clock. And I was like, what is happening? But it's okay. It's one night. It's not that big of a deal. Let yourself have more fun. Let yourself have more fun. It will change everything for you. Okay, let's dive into some questions. Let's see here. Emma said, what are your thoughts about treating binge eating disorder like a food addiction? I feel like I can't honor cravings. Okay, you don't have a food addiction. You don't. You just haven't built up trust yet. So I used to always say, like, I'm addicted to my chocolate chip pancakes. Okay. Every single time I would have chocolate chip pancakes, I would always binge. And it wasn't that I had a food addiction. It's that that food was being put on a pedestal. I saw it as like this bad food that I shouldn't eat. So I would restrict myself from that food. So then anytime I would have that food, of course I'm going to overdo it because I haven't had it in a really long time. And then I felt like it's a bad food. And then I was beating myself up. So then I might as well just eat the whole freaking stack of chocolate chip pancakes because you're already messing up. And so you're not addicted to food. You just need to actually trust yourself and make peace with those foods. And the way that you do that is you continue honoring your cravings. So the very first time that you honor your cravings, 99.9% of the time you're going to binge. The second time you're probably going to binge. And that's where most people stop. Most people are like, well, see, I can't honor my cravings. I binge every single time, versus somebody else that's going to say, you know what? Of course I binged the first few times. Like I'm healing my relationship with food. I can't expect myself to be perfect on the first few tries. But the more times I actually allow myself to honor the cravings, the less impulsive I'm going to become. So what I personally did was I allowed myself to have my chocolate chip pancakes. So instead, I used to only say one time per week, only one time per week. I would binge every time because it was like so far from the next time I would have the pancakes. So instead, I'm like, you know what? You can have your pancakes when you want them. I started having them a little bit more frequently than I would like, but it got to a point where I was like, okay, I don't really want these anymore. One of my clients I worked with in 2021, she still messages me today. She used to feel like I'm addicted to chocolate cake. Lorna, I'm addicted to chocolate cake. I can't just have a little bit of chocolate cake. I binge every single time. She started having chocolate cake more regularly. And you know what she said? She's like, this is actually really sweet. And she would leave some on her plate. Why? Because she built up trust. She made peace with that food. It was no longer this special thing anymore. So you're not addicted to food. This is what I help my clients with. And this is what you'll be able to get to a point as well too, where there'll be certain foods where you're like, I can't control myself. And then you'll be like, I actually don't really feel like that food anymore. So that will 100% happen. Okay, let's see here. Da, da, da. Okay, I think the questions are all the way up. So if you guys have any questions, you can drop it down below. Somebody says, what if I don't find anything fun anymore? Get creative. Get creative. Try something new. Like try something like my husband and I used to do back in like 2020. We used to do like paint night. And I'm like, that doesn't sound really that fun. And then I started doing it and it was actually a lot of fun. Or something that I've really been enjoying is like comedy nights. Like this is the first time we're actually going to a location where we're seeing a comedian. Not the first time, but the first time in a long time. We went last year, but we would just like watch it on Netflix and just watch like a comedian. How do I start the process of recovering from binge eating? Well, I would start with the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. All of you guys need to be listening to the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. Okay. This is the best podcast on planet Earth that's going to help you become less impulsive with food. I'll drop it here. It's the Ditch Decade Diets podcast, but I'll share two other things. Okay. And I actually just made a TikTok video on this. So the first thing is go listen to the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. There's almost 700 episodes that teaches you how to start being less impulsive with food, how to build up trust, and how to stop binge eating. The second thing is I would prioritize satisfaction. Okay. When you are actually satisfied with your meals, it's so much easier for you to stop when you're full. If you are just eating plain chicken and plain broccoli, and I should be eating this, you're not even going to be satisfied. And that's when you go back into the cupboard and you go get more food because you weren't satisfied. So actually make more satisfying meals. That is so important. And then the third thing is you have to practice not giving into your urges. This is why I talk about my root and rewire process all the time. You have to rewire your brain. And one way of rewiring your brain is by not giving into your urges. When you stop engaging in that behavior, that's how you rewire your brain out of these habitual cycles. Okay. And there's also, I also do have a 5-day program. It's called Your Binge Free Year, where I literally walk you through the exact steps that you can take to make 2025 the year that you conquer binge eating. So the link is actually in my bio. Go to it. There's been like hundreds of people that have gone through that program. It's $27. It's a 5-day training. There's workbooks as well too. It's literally incredible. I walk you through the entire process of how to make 2025 your binge free year. So if you've not yet joined it, be sure to join it. It's $27. Literally, this training is worth thousands, but I put it down to $27 and you'll get instant access to it. Hello, Heather. Heather says, how do you get past binging at night after dinner? I do well all day and blow it at night. Okay. Yes, I actually have a program. It's called Break the Late Night Binge, where I talk about this specifically. But so eating at night happens for a few different reasons. So number one, the way that the brain works. So when you wake up first thing in the morning, your brain is most fresh, right? It's like you haven't really made any decisions yet. So your brain can make pretty good decisions. And then as you go about your day, your brain's decision-making power fatigues. And so at the end of the day, your brain just reverts to what's easiest, what's most familiar. Your brain doesn't want to have to think. Your brain's like, I'm so tired. And so you end up just reverting back to old habits, sitting in front of the TV, or after dinner just eating. So a few things that you can do. Number one is, well, I'll share three things that you can do. The first thing, I would recommend meditating every single day. Why? Meditation will allow you to make more rational decisions with food. So meditation changes the size, the thickness, and the amount of folds in your prefrontal cortex, which is the section of your brain right here, that helps you make more rational decisions with food, and it will help you become less impulsive. The second thing is, I would start allowing yourself to have what you're binging on in the evenings during the day. So let's say you're binging on ice cream at night. Can you start having that during the day to normalize it? So again, it's not this special food. You got to create a pattern interrupt. So if you're trying to eat super healthy all day, right? And that's it's great that you're eating healthy during the day, but sometimes people confuse that with actual restriction. It's like, I really want something sweet, but I probably shouldn't. And then you end up going crazy in the evening. So if you can start allowing yourself the foods that you actually want during the day, that will be really important. And then the third thing is what I just talked about as well with the satisfaction piece is your dinner meal really satisfying? If you have a really, really, really satisfying dinner, it's so hard to binge in the evening. It's when you don't have a satisfying dinner and then you're like, okay, that actually wasn't even that good, right? You're like, wasn't even that good. And then you go and you look for more food and then you start binging. So have a more satisfying dinner that will be really supportive as well. Alrighty. Okay, you guys. So Maria's on. Maria, I love seeing you on these. You need to come to our membership call next week. I can't wait to see you. All right, you guys, that is all for today. The main focus of this little mini training that I did here is I want you to go and have more fun. Go have more fun. What can you do this next week that is going to make your heart happy? What can you do this week that is going to be so fun for you? Like, go add more fun into your life. Your mental health is going to improve. You're going to become less impulsive with food. You're going to be more confident in who you are because you're actually giving yourself the desires of your heart. Go have more fun this week. It will change your life. Go have more fun. I am literally, as a binge eating coach, going to tell you, go have more fun. Kate just got the 5-day program. Kate, welcome to your binge free year. This is so exciting. Kate, you're amazing. Wow, this is so exciting. I'm so excited. Did you just join now or were you in it before? Let's see. I think I joined prior, right? Now, okay. Well, I'm so excited. Welcome. This is so exciting, Kate. Go through all the trainings, go through the workbook. It's going to change your life, Kate. I am so excited for you. You just made an incredible decision for yourself. This is so exciting. All right. Amazing, guys. All right. Well, congratulations, Kate. I like to say you're a badass. Can't wait for you to actually dive into all the trainings. It's going to change your life. So thank you guys so much for being here. I am here to support you. I will help you conquer binge eating, but I will also help you transform so many other areas of your life. And again, what I talked about today was fun. Go add more fun and joy into your life. Thank you. Love how excited you are. I get so excited because like what I'm teaching inside of that program, and I just saw Kate just joined. Yes. Okay, it popped up on my computer. I was like, where's the notification? I just saw it now. I get so excited because, a few years ago, I was binging and I had crazy food thoughts. And I thought like, no one else gets me. Like I must be the only person that thinks about food and feels out of control with food. And I just didn't feel like people got me. And so if I can be that source of hope and inspiration and literally share everything that I've learned to help me go from literally binging every single day to having this beautiful, easy, effortless relationship with food where I haven't binged in over 4 years. Like, I need to shout this from the rooftops. I will not be quiet about it. I'm like, I can change your life. I can help you conquer binge eating. So I just get so excited, and I'm so excited. So, all right, you guys, have a beautiful rest of your day. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Okay. Congratulations, Kate. Okay. Bye, guys.